Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Percy. So, today we are going to finish off the Fab Five finally with our last character of the Fab Five. Yes, I will draw Daisy Duck for everyone, but we're going to move on to the next one of the original Fab Five, which is Pluto. With Pluto, what you want to do is, he is pretty darn simple. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make this weird looking like horseshoe, okay? After the horseshoe, what we're going to do is you're going to jump up inside underneath the horseshoe and you're going to make a line right here for right now. After that, let's go ahead and we're going to chop off both of these sides like this with a little mark here and a little mark here, just like that. After that, what you're going to do after our little marks, I'm going to come up right just a little bit above right here and I'm going to circle inward like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up over here and I'm going to circle inward like this. Okay, after that, seems pretty easy so far. After that, what we're going to do is I'm going to jump inside and make a line here. Then I'm going to come over here, make a line right here. Okay, and then I'm going to come inward like this and start going out. Same on this side. I'm going to come inward and I'm going to start going out. And then after that, I'm going to come over here. So what I did from my two little lines is I came inward and I come inward like this and make sure this side is overlapping this side more and this is hiding behind this side. And then I come over and I curve up back into my smile like this, okay? Then after that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna jump up a little bit above this line right here and you're gonna draw an oval, okay? After the oval, what you're going to do is you're going to jump on top of that and draw a line here and then a line on top of that right here. Just like that. Okay? After that, what you're going to do is, so these are basically his eyes. Like this room is reserved for his eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mark right here. And I'm going to mark right here where the beginning of my circle started. So I'm just going to trail on up here like this and then I'm going to make a little bit of a gap here and trail downward like this. Ta-da! Okay, now I'm going to jump in the middle and I'm going to go down the middle of this gap and I'm going to stop right there just like that. Yes, I will be the immature one and admit it kind of looks like a butt. Okay. So then, I'm going to jump back inside my eye space and I'm going to draw a circle here that touches this line and a circle right here. So they're almost touching, but not completely. After that, what we're going to do is, so we have our cheeks right here, and this is curving inward, and this is behind here, as well as this one. It is hiding behind here, behind his snout. And to make things a little bit more clear, I'll go ahead and color this in. And you can leave a little bit of a shine because he does have a shiny nose. Okay, but then after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come and build up upward like this. And I am going to go behind his eyes like that. And the same thing over here. I'm going to go ahead behind his eyes like this. Then from this side right here, on top of his eyes, I'm going to give him his eyebrows. So eventually we'll erase this mark right here. So I'm going to go up and just line the top of his eyes like this. Okay, so we're just lining the top just like this. So that's when I would jump in with my pencil and I'd erase those marks like this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and erase this and erase this. So we can see it a little bit better. Okay, then I'm gonna make this a little bit wider just to even out the sides a little bit. Okay, then in the middle, right here, you're just gonna go ahead and draw a little bit of a lump because that's that little lump on the top of his head, just like that. Then after that, to not make him look any weirder than he already is, because he looks quite weird at the moment, what we're going to do is we're going to come down and just lightly draw an upside down rainbow like this. Okay, so we have our upside down rainbow, which is basically his mouth opening, and his tongue will eventually be hanging out. So I'm gonna come inside my rainbow. So here's my outside of my mouth. I'm gonna come inside like that, and I'm just gonna come up inside and connect like that. Okay, but right here, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and give this a more of a defined jawline coming inward like that. So we have our jaw right here, just like that. Okay, after that, what I would like to do is I want to make his tongue. So I'm going to make like a little bit of a hill. So I made my upside down rainbow like this. Okay, now I'm going to jump inside, and I'm going to go ahead at this top of my tongue right here. I'm going to come down and just split it up like that. And then I'm going to come off to the side right here, and it's going to take up the entirety of the tongue. And then I'm going to come in, and it's going to get wider. So like we shape it out, it's nice and skinny, and then it's wider at the bottom. And we'll just give it a more of a curved, natural tongue look, like it's hanging out of his mouth. Typical Pluto. All right, and then of course I'll go in and I'll shade in his mouth because it is black. All right, so let's go ahead and finish his cheeks at least. So he's got a little bit of a mark here, a little bit mark here, a little bit mark here. Just a little bit of a stubble going on. He's got a little bit of hair here, hair here, and hair here. It's adorable, always. And of course, we're gonna go ahead and make his ears. So what I'm gonna do to start off with, I'm just gonna come down over up to the side right here, like that. And then I'm gonna mirror that side. And the thing with Pluto's ears is, they're a lot like Goofy's, where they get wider as they reach the bottom, like that. And then I'm gonna come off to the side over here, and I'm gonna start my ear right off here, like it's kind of like he just shook his head. Okay, and like I said, always line the other side. Nice and skinny, as we get to the bottom, it gets wider. And I mean, Pluto's ears are a free game. You can do as much as you'd like with them. You can even have one standing up on top of his head. Okay? Then of course, after that, let's go ahead and give him his collar, so he doesn't just look like a floating head. Oh, of course, you might want to go ahead, color these in, because they're black. Just like that. What we're going to do is we're going to give him a little bit of a neck gap right here, just because we want to see the yellow of his actual gap of his neck right here. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to come around this on top of that from my neck gap. I'm going to come around over to the side. I'm going to go underneath his tongue. And then I'm going to stop there for now, but then I'm going to come off to the side right here. Like, we have to match it up as well to make sure it's lined correctly, so I need to go up a lot more. So I'm going to go on top right here, because if I were to draw an invisible line through his mouth for his collar, it'd be like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I start at the top right here, I bring it down like this, and then I'm going to go underneath his tongue, and I'm going to go ahead and draw an invisible line so I can match up, and I'm going to connect back up to this. So we see more of the top of the collar right here. So this is his green collar, and I'll go ahead and color it in so we can see what's yellow and what is green. Just to make him look a little bit more natural, let's go ahead and give him just a little bit of shoulder here, and a little bit of a shoulder right here. There you go. Nice and neat. Go ahead and clean up some of those guidelines so you're not confused as to what is going on. Another fun thing about any of the Fab Five, now that we've completed them, they have very thick lines. So I do have a bit of advice. When you're lining your drawings, there are some, if you can afford them, maybe it's a future birthday present or a basket present from the Easter Bunny or something, there are specific pens that are wider in tips and everything, like they're called Prismacolor pens. So when you're inking your actual drawings, if you just want to go ahead and ink this like I did with my concept doodles with the blue pencil, because they're very thick lines. These Fab Five have thicker lines, and there are thin lines throughout the character. So for example, when I say thick lines, I mean Pluto's cheeks are very dark and very wide. So he looks a bit odd just because he is lacking in his thick lines. But that's a whole other tutorial I could probably touch base on. You'll have to let me know. And we will draw Daisy next week. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day.